Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Paul Heyman has made himself public enemy number one following WrestleMania 41. Not only did he betray his best friend, CM Punk, the WWE Hall of Famer stabbed his tribal chief in the back. He is no longer Roman Reigns' Wiseman, instead leaving WrestleMania 41 alongside Seth Rollins. The two have begun a dangerous alliance, with their potential faction coming to fruition on the WWE Raw after the show of shows. While Braun Breaker has joined Rollins and Heyman, the latter has received a scathing message from Jimmy's Famous Seafood. The restaurant is a favorite among WWE wrestlers, which is why being banned by them is a big deal. Following night one of WrestleMania 41, the official X/Twitter handle of Jimmy's Famous Seafood announced that Paul Heyman was banned from the restaurant due to his betrayal of Roman Reigns. For immediate release, due to his contemptible actions last night, Heyman Hustle, aka Judas, is hereby banned from both Jimmy's Famous Seafood and the Island of Relevancy. While this would be unfortunate for Heyman, his attention this week is most likely towards his alliance with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Who else will join Paul Heyman's new faction? Quite a few names have been thrown around as potential recruits for Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins' new group. But who will join Braun Breaker and be led by the two WWE legends? While not the follower type at all, Becky Lynch could be a part of this group. She is married to the Visionary in real life and turned heel on WWE Raw. Meanwhile, NXT's Nathan Frazer has hinted at joining as mentor. If he does so, it will be interesting to see if his tag team partner Axiom follows him to the dark side. The next few weeks on WWE Raw look set to be must-watch, with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins running the show. They could shape the future of the Red brand for good. The WWE Universe was left stunned, not just by what unfolded inside the ring, but by what happened after. In a twist no one saw coming, Paul Heyman, the wise man of the bloodline and a legendary figure in the industry, has been banned indefinitely from all WWE programming following his recent actions on SmackDown. The betrayal heard around the world. It all began during the highly anticipated return of Roman Reigns, who stepped back into the spotlight after a long hiatus. Fans were on edge, wondering what his stance would be after Solo Sikoa had seemingly taken over the bloodline in his absence, aligning himself with the menacing Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tangaloa. Reigns confronted the new faction, demanding answers and asserting his dominance. But amidst the tension, one figure stood silently at ringside, torn and trembling: Paul Heyman. For weeks, Heyman had been hesitant, caught between his loyalty to Reigns and the rising power of Solo's version of the bloodline. Yet nothing prepared the world for what happened next. When Reigns turned to address Heyman, asking simply, "Are you still with me?" Heyman, choking back tears, appeared ready to kneel in allegiance. Then he slapped Roman Reigns. The WWE Universe gasped. Before Reigns could react, Solo Sikoa delivered a devastating Samoan spike. Jacob Fatu followed with a top rope splash, laying out the tribal chief. And Paul Heyman, wise man no more, stood above the fallen Roman, holding up the Ulaf beads Reigns once wore as a symbol of authority. The image went viral within minutes. WWE's swift response. WWE officials were reportedly blindsided by Heyman's on-air betrayal. According to backstage sources, no one except a small handful of key personnel knew the segment would play out that way. But what came after is what really sealed Heyman's fate. As Roman Reigns was being stretchered out of the arena, Paul Heyman took the microphone, broke the script entirely, and launched into a scathing tirade against WWE management. He accused Triple H of engineering Roman's downfall, claimed Nick Aldis was an amateur in a suit, and said the only family that mattered was the one that spilled blood, not wine. It was unplanned. It was chaotic. And it was the final straw. Within hours, WWE released a statement on social media. Effective immediately, Paul Heyman is banned indefinitely from all WWE programming due to unprofessional conduct, unsafe working environment practices, and actions unbecoming of a WWE representative. We wish him well in his future endeavors. Locker room reactions. The locker room was reportedly divided over the decision. While some talents felt it was justified, others believe banning Heyman is a mistake, especially considering his unparalleled storytelling and contributions to the product over the past several years. "Paul lives and breathes this business," one anonymous superstar told WrestleScope. "He might go too far sometimes, but you need guys like that. He's the heartbeat of chaos. And without chaos, wrestling is boring." However, others were less sympathetic. "He played with fire and got burned," another talent remarked. "You can't slap Roman, spike him, and then call out the boss live on TV and expect to still have a job on Monday. What happens to the bloodline now?" With Heyman gone and Roman Reigns reportedly out indefinitely due to storyline injuries, the future of the bloodline is more unstable than ever. Solo Sikoa, now fully in control, declared himself the new tribal chief during a backstage segment that aired later that night. Holding the symbolic Hulafala beads, he looked straight into the camera and said, "The island doesn't belong to Roman anymore. This is my dynasty. And Paul Heyman, he just acknowledged me." Some speculate that Jacob Fati may emerge as Solo's enforcer, while Tama Tonga and Tangaloa act as his loyal soldiers. The Bloodline 2.0, as fans are calling it, appears more ruthless, and less bound by a tradition, than Roman's version ever was. But without Paul Heyman to guide the story on screen, will this new faction thrive or falter? Heyman's cryptic message. Despite the official ban, Paul Heyman didn't stay silent. Just hours after WWE's announcement, he took to X, formerly Twitter, and posted a cryptic message. "You can't ban what you didn't create. You can only delay destiny. And destiny always finds a way. #wise man was here." The message sent fans into a frenzy. Does this mean Heyman is headed to a? Is he plotting a shocking return down the line? Or is this all part of a deeper, more elaborate storyline? WWE's current stance is clear: Heyman is not welcome backstage, on air, or at any WWE-related function until further notice. But the world of pro wrestling is unpredictable, and so is Paul Heyman. What's next? As we head into the next few weeks of SmackDown, several major questions loom. Will Roman Reigns respond to Heyman's betrayal once he recovers? Can Solo Sikoa hold the bloodline together without Heyman's guidance? Is this truly the end of Paul Heyman in WWE, or just the beginning of a darker, more twisted chapter? Fans are already fantasy booking Heyman forming his own empire, perhaps aligning with other exiled stars or even creating a new faction to challenge both WWE and his top dogs. One thing's for sure, when Paul Heyman is involved, expect the unexpected. Because even banned, he's still pulling strings from the shadows. Would you like a follow-up part where Heyman returns in disguise or launches a surprise invasion?